Hello, soul family. Kind of had this, I don't know, thought. Then the thought went into another thought. And then I really started thinking. And then I'm going, well, if this is that, then that is this. And I'm all confused. So I thought, well, I'm going to reach out to all of you and hopefully let's talk about this. Because you know how all these sayings, positivity, follow your dreams, um, you know, like don't give up on your dream. Your dream is it. And I'm not saying that it's not true. What I'm saying is if those kinds of statements are directed, right, more focused on your, as a kid, I had a dream. I wanted to be a, veterinarian. I wanted to be an astronaut or, a train conductor. If those are the dreams that all of these are referencing that we're thinking, right? Those are the dreams. I want to start a business, right? What if those aren't the dreams? What if the dreams that if we were to follow those dreams in our sleep state or our meditative state, our relaxed state, whatever that is, prayer state, whatever you want to call it, what if you're timeline jumping? What if you're astral traveling? What if you're remote viewing? I know people say you don't do that in your sleep, or by location, whatever it is. What if those dreams and all the activity that you're doing is actually more related to the all those sayings about don't give up on your dreams? So I'm saying, like, if we're in the spiritual community mindset, just taking that as a broad term, and we're saying it's not, if we were to truly follow the dreams and what's happening when we are in that state, again, does not have to be sleep state. We can be having visions. We have, deja vu, things like that. So what if that's the state that we're supposed to be in? And that everything else comes forward through that, right? I'm not saying you can't own a business or be successful. That's great. So you own a business and you're successful, you're a doctor, you're whatever it is that you had this dream to do, be a cop, fireman, which is great. Does it mean you're that forever? There is no forever. So does that mean that's your whole lifetime? Maybe, maybe not, right? We have changes. We have situations that come up that change our outlook and how we see things. I get all that. But what if all of that is not even what is being talked about here? Like, I don't know, it just hit me. I read something like, follow your dreams, your heart guides you. And I'm like, if I'm truly in that state, if I'm in this place of knowing, not believing, not even really trusting, it's just full on knowing. If I know that I'm here and I'm having all of these experiences, crazy, weird, odd, bizarre, interesting, pick your word. I'm not in a straitjacket, so I know I'm sane. That I'm not the only one. My dreams, my timeline jumps, my visions, the things I hear that are not souls talking to me, where's this coming from? If we're all one thought, then all of the external stuff of whatever it is that you want to do and experience in this planet has nothing to do with those dreams. So if your dreams are about going places and experiencing things, having deja vu, that are spiritual of nature, then the dream of, oh, I dream I can be this. That's just something either you do or you choose or not to choose to have that experience. Is it all possible? Anything's possible. I'm possible. So I feel like I just, and please, I'm not saying correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that's what it's about. I think it's just taking a look at what we feel if we start a business and it's our dream to own a business and then the business goes under, then we feel like we failed at something. And I know first attempt in life, or, all those acronyms about fail, that it's really not a failure. It's just your experience. That's it. But we take it in such a way that we feel we're incompetent and can't do it. And we tear ourselves down. Like, who's giving us this narrative that that's the case? You can't get a loan because, this and that. You don't have experience in that. So therefore you can't run a business. It's absurd. It's absurd. So my thing is, though, it's the word dream. I like to take apart dreams, and I'm sure there's some acronym for dream, or if we, did take apart the letters of dream and we could all come up with some interesting things. Maybe I'll try that. But I'm just kind of like in that state of, it's not about having the things as a kid. And here's the thing, I'm, as many of you know, people would say, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I just said veterinarian because I liked animals. It's not really what I wanted to do because I had no idea. I had no fantasy about it. I had no connection to my future. So therefore, I didn't even think about that. I literally just I was in survival mode, and survival mode just put me in situations where, okay, I'll go to work here. I'll go to work here. I mean, if I truly wanted a job, now that I look back, I have always gotten the job that I wanted. If I interviewed and I really wanted the job, I always got the job. Always. I've never been rejected. I've been rejected when I really didn't want the job. Then I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't get that. Well, why'd you interview for it? I don't know. Just to put myself out there, change the energy, put the focus out, or whatever. I wasn't saying exactly those things, but when I think back, that's obviously what I was doing. So anyway, dream state. Dream state kind of sounds like meditation, prayer, relaxation. You're in a dream state. You're dreaming. You're getting the messages. You'll get confirmation. You get all these things when you are relaxed. Period. End of story. So anyway, okay, say hi to Walter. All right, talk to you later. Bye.